Granat gillet dough. Tyriol neen tell and throw.
Hello. Back to more decals.
Melting still, guaner pan. Rebel neen gelwivan.
Working on the carbon fiber parts now. There we go. Hey Frank. Be good and stay there. There's that. Okay. You're being a very good boy, Frank. Thank you. There's one. Stick the other one on. So aside from this, we're also going to work on getting the decals on the Lancia Stratos. I've got that base painted. I'm just dedicating today to decals, basically. Spent all day yesterday painting. Just got my desk all cleaned up from that. One moment. Sorry about that, just had an extremely violent sneezing fit. They're pretty loud and pretty ugly. I didn't think it's something you guys would want to see. But these should turn out okay. These gold portions right here were decals as well. Alright. So let's see here. Cut the edge of this off so we can work on it a bit easier. Okay. I'm not much for measuring, but I'm usually pretty good with the eyeball. So we're going to eyeball ourselves another carbon fiber piece for under here. Because they got the gold on the top. While we've got this going, let's get the steering wheel decaled before I lose that. So there's the steering wheel. And we'll do the carbon fiber for the outsides of the tail pieces. This, that is ready. Excellent. The whole thing's going to need more setting solution though. things are going alright. Coming to grips more with the F1 car. Having good vibes about it. Using some aftermarket carbon fiber decals to help boost the factory ones from the kit. How you been? Let that sit over there. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around lately for people. I hope everything's on the up and up, though, not the wrong side of things. We'll touch up those edges after we get the decals on. Because once the decals are done, that'll allow me to start assembling the tailplane itself. Come on. Or at least once these are on. Come on. I put move ya bugger gunk on you, not stay put ya bugger gunk. Throw you right in the water. Keep that from sticking too easily. I was trying to do that with it, but I could feel it catching right in the middle a little too well. So I threw it in the water to hopefully arrest whatever was going on there. And I can come back to it. Just slowly trying to massage it that way. Got that one done. Now let's see if we can salvage this. Come here, you. You can see the part where it's stuck down a little too well. Get under there, brush. And you can see I'm using the brush with water.
Snowcraft said, "Can't believe 9 years ago I found your channel. It's been cool watching you evolve through the years. I know I don't show up much, but I do see you up and back when I got some free time."
No worries. I know, it doesn't feel like 9 years. And how many of the other channels that were starting at the same time are still around? Not too many. Or if they are, how much of a rebrand have they had to go through? Come on, come off. There we go. Okay, it took the paint, which that's fine by me. We're not going to see it anyway.
Snowcraft said, "Nope, not many are left."
I hate doing decals that way because it makes my butthole pucker. But it is what it is, and we got her done. There. But that's really the thing for me, is I'm not in it for the sponsorships. I'm not in it for the memberships. I'm not in it for any of that. If you guys want to sub, that's great. I just want people to talk to while I'm doing this instead of sitting down here by myself while my wife's at work upstairs, twiddling my thumbs, you know? Okay, let's see how this one's turning out. I've never used these Tamiya carbon fiber decals before. Looks like it's conforming okay. Just using the brush to smooth them out a little bit. Just adds a bit more visual noise to the model. So this is silver, these are silver. But what's really funny about a lot of the channels that are no longer around, because they were always focused on the quick growth, you know, the get those numbers up there type of shit. Every now and again I'd focus on them a little bit, but never to the point where they were the most important thing. Because what good are the numbers if you're not making shit that people want to see? Trying to clean up as much of this as possible before I spray it. I probably won't paint these today. I don't want to get aluminum in my water or on anything else.
Craft said, "That's what I always admired, was how you were more into the chatting and hanging out than how many people just showed up."
Now, don't get me wrong. It's kind of depressing when, you know, chat's empty. But that's no matter what. That's just depressing, right? But it's just more fun hanging out and talking.
Fields 9635 said hello. Your screen popped up in my feed, so hi.
Hello, Lindsay. Welcome, welcome. We're playing around with carbon fiber decals on an F1 car. I'm just going to cut a straight strip across here, because I'm going to need to make one for the other side anyway, and I'd rather just have it the right thickness. There we go. Here's the size for one side. Here's the size for the other side. I just don't want to be too wasteful with this, because I was looking at the pictures of the Ferrari. I'm going to need a lot of this, especially on the, since I'm exposing the engine on it. It's all over the intake trunks and things like that on it. Okay, now the fun-ish part. Get my pencil. So this will be the same, only mirrored. So it just shows you don't need all these fancy calipers and stuff. Just eyeball, a shaky hand, and the ability to go, well, that didn't work out. I'm gonna just keep going then. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Everybody else, that's who. No, okay. These are melting down nicely. But we're gonna get to a point on this where I can't do any more decals. So then we'll work on this. Because there's plenty of decals for this. Hey, go for it. How you doing? Just got that painted up yesterday. I painted the 16th scale Bradley yesterday. I also ordered some tracks, road wheels, and sprockets for the M113. But yeah, it doesn't feel like I've been streaming for 9 years. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's okay if it's a little larger size, the decal set will wrap that around. But that feels a lot better. You really can't pick it up on the camera too easily, can you? No. But yeah, it feels better having that carbon fiber there. The real car has it. They didn't give any decals or anything for it. Oh, typical to me, a decal cracks. Then, oh yeah. And I might not be on as often as I used to, but that's more because I'm older and just there's only so much of me to go around. And I work full time. Let's get some setting solution on there and get that sinking down. I would have painted the carbon fiber on. I just didn't want to deal with having the curve. If it was the outside curve, I could have done it a lot easier. It's that inside curve that makes it hard to mask when you paint that. Yeah, that's melting nicely. Get a little more onto the gold ones. That almost appears too gold, but I'll live with it. What else can I fiber up? Are these carbon fiber? Just taking a quick look at some pictures of the real car. If they are, I think they're painted to match the body anyway. Where are... the outside there. Let's see something. Color's eye. Eye is black. Okay. Don't care too much if I scratch it up a little bit, because I'm applying it over black, so that'll hide the scratch. There. Now, I could take the time to use tape and make stencils and make masks, templates and all that. I like being more loosey-goosey. So these are going to be the bottom sides. They're going to be real low to the ground. You're not going to see them. Just going to put some carbon fiber on there. And then dress these somehow. I'll figure it out. Eek. And I just applied that to the underside.
At line Builds 9635 said hello go bird painting.
Eek. Oh, don't fold on me, you bugger. Alright. There we go. So you can either fold the excess decal over the edge, or just let it all dry, and carefully just trim it off with a fresh X-Acto blade. Either way's fine. Now I'm gonna have to think through this one, especially on this side, because we got that raised area. I'm thinking just two parts, one on top, one on the bottom. And I have to do those first because there's some sponsor logos that go on there. We're just going to cut us a long strip. Happy little carbon. Unlike typical carbon, or typical Tamiya decals, though, I've noticed this stuff reacts really quickly to the setting solution. Like, almost dissolving completely the moment you apply it. So you just got to be really careful. Check back on these. But you can see how it's really starting to lay down properly. Come on, autofocus. Be nice today. Nope. And if you do start to get any wrinkles like that, a lot of times they can level out on their own, but sometimes you get ones that are a bit more stubborn. Just tap with your X-Acto blade a little bit. You don't even have to, you don't have to drag the blade, just roll it. Just enough to break the decal film. And it'll start to conform better. In other news, I was correct in my diagnosis of my speedometer not working. The old Bakelite insert for the speedometer cable had been wallowed out because weird shit happened. I was able to take a 2-part putty that dries hard as a rock when it cures, insert that into the hole and reform the bezel that it fits into, and I now have a working 50-year-old speedometer. It's another part of what I was... Yesterday was a busy day for me. Went and hung out with some friends. Haven't done that in a long time. I think that, and then a thinner strip for down there. And just enough to fold over the top on this side. And the effect is really subtle. I hope it shows up when I do... Eek. I just touched it. When I do the final round table on it. Or the rotisserie, whatever you want to call that thing there. I think my finger hit this. I don't know if I damaged it or not. I think I did. I did. It tore it. Alright. This one's okay as long as I don't touch that. Is that wide enough that I can just use it? No. I felt my finger just skim it a little bit, and that was enough to tear the decal. I'd softened it so much. Oh well. Not everything can be perfect the first time out. How's this width-wise? Actually, they should work. I'll have to keep an eye on that bubble. Like I said, this is the bottom of the piece. You're really not going to see a lot of it. On these, this is the inside face, and I think that's the lower face. I might be able to make a piece to fit on there, but you're really not going to see too much there because of all the other stringers and bars in between.
Chef.
But if you see me doing something that's just making you go, huh? Ask away. Come on. Don't do that. Stay.
Isen forward, Quanner pan, melting seal, Gelly van.
Here's how the body's turned out so far. All the decals on this are pretty much done. I'm waiting to get into more construction to get the exhaust in and some of the other parts on the vehicle. Do I have to clean my camera? We're just gonna set these aside when we're done and let them do their thing.
At Ronald McDonald 8303 said, "Hey guys, I'm sorry I can't join. I burned through most of my data for this month. I'll see you next week."
No worries, just whenever you can. I'm just going to let these sit and conform to society, whatever you want to call it. Hit up the steering wheel one more time. Get this out of the way. Come on, you, come here. And I'll have to repaint that, but that's fine. I'm not even going to try doing those until these are mounted. This is going to be fun. So anyone else working on anything cool? It's so smooth the water doesn't even want to stick to it, it just beads up. That's good, but also bad. It means the decal could grab. And I'd really like for this one to turn out nicely. get you where you need to be and get you centered. This needs to come down, out a little. There we go. There we go. And then get it all snugged right up against that lip for the glass. Get some more music going.
Hi, Arnie.
The old man is with us. Now, the setting solution. And this grill is going to be fun, but it should be alright. Arnie, don't chew on my cord. Stop it.
At 3 Spike Railroad said good morning, coffee's up.
No, coffee's not up for me. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, so most coffee is off the menu.
Railroad said howdy everyone.
Now the windows normally have a black trim around them. I'm going to paint that last because I want it to be flat black and finish. And I have to clear coat over the decals. So I just have to take everything in its little steps. That's as centered as I can get it. I'm not going to allow it to bother me. It's slightly off to the driver's side a little bit.
At 3 Spike Railroad said 230 here.
I used to do coffee in the afternoon. That was before I started having a lot of sleeping troubles. Sop up some of the excess water.
At Almanac said greetings legends.
Hey, Almanacs. You guys saw how I rolled the blade on the decal there? I didn't drag it. Just to score it enough to allow it to start to sit flat. Goes a long way in helping it settle.
At Almanac said still in decal hell. I see. Just on another vehicle.
Yeah, I figured this is what I'm doing today, you know? The NX-01 Enterprise doesn't show up till tomorrow. I don't know if I want to start on that or give that a little wait and see time. And we've been playing around with the Tamiya carbon fiber decal film. I think it's working out okay. Just enough to give it a hint. It'll need more setting solution. I want to see how it settles down. I flooded it pretty well. I'm happy with how the base paint on this came out, though. It's just,
At Almanac said I didn't know you were part Native American. Proud member of the Wattensi tribe.
the wait and see, yeah. No, what was I gonna say? You broke my train of thought. You derailed my brain train. It's been a busy couple days. I went and hung out with,
At Almanac said, my favorite joke from the original Scrubs series.
I went and hung out with Craven yesterday. Got the Bradley repainted. It's 3-color camouflage now. Fixed the speedometer on my car. Took the road wheels and tracks off my M113. Ordered some new ones. They're on the way. So yeah, today was yesterday was a busy and productive day, so I have no complaints about it. And now I can tell whether I'm actually, speeding in my Camaro or not. Even Bakelite doesn't last 50 years. I don't know if that's two separate decals, so I'm soaking it as such, as one. I think it's one, but I'm not sure.
Did you get to go blast some BBS at some unfortunate opponents?
No, there's no airsoft places open on Sundays around here anyway. I'm too old for it regardless. The only places you'd find a game around here on a Sunday is off in the woods. And my knees can't take that anymore. If I had the money, I would open an indoor arena. All my own. Just not care about all the other crap that, goes on about it. And yeah, I'd try having fun. Really hope these decals start to snuggle down better. They should. That is one decal, holy crap. To me, decals are usually pretty good at snuggling down like they're supposed to. It's Hasegawa that tend to be a little extra thick. But Hasegawa also does the Safari Stratos HF cars, which I might be, persuaded to get into those if this one does well on me. I'm surprised I got that in one go. Then again, not really. I've got a decal training simulator. It's called the 350th scale Enterprise Refit, and that entire thing is just covered in decals. Alright, there's that. So where do 24 and 25 go? Oh, in an easily forgotten and easily grabbed place. Okay, so we're not going to do 24 and 25 yet. We'll do 15.
Ed Almanac said, I just want somebody to expand the line of the original Lacoste destroyers. I want bulky tank married to Apache attack helicopter aesthetics to my bipedal weapons platforms.
I have all 5 of the originals, the Moscato kits. But the one I'm waiting for, and nobody's done it, not even Wave, the Cheyenne, from either Macross Zero or Frontier. But then again, I'm still waiting for them to confirm.
Said I would like the monster in one of 72.
Oh, I've got that waiting in my. I've got that waiting for restoration. It's in my storage area. I've got the Mike Salzo kit. Came back in. Yeah, came out back in like 2006.
Ed Almanac said I have the other 4 in 1/72.
You could try seeing if somebody has it on Macross World and they're willing to sell it.
Ed Almanac said I can only find the monster in 1/200 kit.
Well, it's because the 72nd one was a resin kit. I wish they would have included the little electric motor gimmick in this kit, just to make it complete. But yeah, if you want a monster in 72nd scale, it's either track down the old Mike Salzo kit or print your own. Got Sly Cooper's eye thing going here. Alright. Trying to do all the top decals that I can. Because once all these decals are done, then I can shoot the body with Tamiya Clear.
Ed Almanac said I am playing catch-up, as I am returning to the hobby. I missed
Oh,
the
yeah.
window for a lot of great kits. I'm slowly realizing.
But at least in the time you were out of it, that's when Hasegawa played the good catch-up game. And they make a 48 scale VF1, a 48 scale YF19. You know, they do some good 48 scale stuff that before was only, you know, the Club M Strike Valkyrie kit, which went for stupid money. Still does go for stupid money. It's starting to lay down now. I'll get her to work one way or another. Oh. Every now and again I stumble across the 48 skill combo kit for Max and Milia, and I've already got one 48 skill Strike Valkyrie, but being able to do one in red or blue is nice.
Ed Almanac said you'll end up getting so annoyed at the decals that you just paint them yourself.
No, because masking annoys me even more, so I don't want to do that. Hi, old man. Yeah, I'd like to get this kit next if I can. If I can arrange it. Ah, too long.
Ed Almanac said kitty cameo.
Yeah, for as much as I have a moderately strong dislike of decals, I have an almost universally sympathetic, you know, I despise masking.
as I disliked most of the designs post-original Macross.
Give me a second. Decal did exactly what I didn't want to. Grabbed immediately. The only other Zentradi pod I want to get is the Recon one. I've got the standard one. Didn't care much for the missile ones. The Glaug, and I believe they're releasing the male power armor. But I'm waiting for the Macross Plus version to come out. See it starting to snuggle down here now. Just gotta keep applying it till it finally submits. Get the other headlight wrap going. Thank you for being a good boy, Arnie, and not getting in front of me. Hi. Look up. Look up. Let me see your eyes. Yeah. The end is near for him. But he'll be 19 in 2 months, so... Okay, bud, stop it. I don't want you falling over. Watch out.
09 Davos said, "Hey builder."
Hey, Davos. Hey, Droolomatic, please. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. Like I was saying earlier, mine was satisfactorily productive. I even took the car out for an extended drive this morning to the hobby shop. Well, Hobby Lobby anyway. Just to make sure that the fix for the transmission wasn't going to fail after I moved it 5 feet. not perfectly centered. I don't care. I've always wanted to do a model of this car. But even the decals on this are going to take a couple days, because after I get all the ones I feel comfortable doing on top done, I then have to do all the ones on the side. It would be cool to have one of these cars in real life, too. And the Stratos was a street car. They just heavily modified it for this really tiny thing. If I remember right, it's about the size of a Fiero. Ow! Today's stream may be a shorter one anyway, because, like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead that I start making unfixable mistakes. So I'm probably just going to concentrate on finishing off anything on this part of the diagram. And then we'll move to others as they dry later. And hey, look, Marlboro sponsor. Yeah, this piece alone is going to be its own.
Ed Almanax asks, I bought the newly released Diablimrau Milius Entrati armor. Isn't that the green armor from the Macross Plus OVAs you were thinking of?
No. I think it's the Nos del Gur. The green one was her TV armor. I have the red one from DYRL. The female ones are a lot fatter and curvier. The male ones are a lot slimmer. Hasegawa announced that they were doing the male armor in 72nd scale. You didn't see it too often in the TV series, but you did see it in the film. And then there was an updated version for Macross Plus, which is what he's fighting at the beginning. Why is it always your black decals that crack and fall apart? Fuck. I just need to scoot it back from this edge by like 2 millimeters. That's it. Play nice. I don't think they've done that one yet. It took them a while to release the TV version of the Kurao suit. They released the movie version first. So the other one is probably going to be roughly the same. And that's if they even bother doing a Macross Plus version. It might be too radically different for them to bother trying. Fortunately, I think where the A is scarred, I have to add a detail there. There's like an external plug. Oh, it's across the C and the I, but it's right in that area. So I'll be able to make it work. One more decal like that, though, and we're going to have a stopping point.
You're a good boy.
Okay. Say, can we not stay on my finger?
At Almanac said got announced.
Alright, no worries. I think we're coming to kind of an end
At
here
Almanac
anyway.
said have fun.
I'll try. You take it easy. Excuse me again. Oh my god. This is a nice, striking looking car though when it is painted up right. I think we'll do one more decal, then I definitely have to let it sit. Because I'm running out of places where I feel safe touching it right now until these set. And they're going to take a lot of setting. Wrinkle right back here on this corner. No more wrinkle. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day there on this. I know it hasn't been 2 hours. Well, almost 2 hours. We got a lot done on both cars. Each one's a little closer to being done. But there's more stuff I'd like to do today. Yesterday kind of put me into a productive mood. So, next stream day for something big won't probably be till Sunday next week. I'll try and get something in during the week if possible. It might be something small, might be something different, I don't know. But just keep an eye out, and I'll try and make an announcement on when I'm going to be on next, before next Sunday.